And if you don't get murdered, it's great. And I'm excited to be back. I'm like, oh, how do you... I'm like, this is not a self-tape. This is just me being myself. Who's that? I'm just spitting out like advice. Like I'm like your big sister. I'm like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. We never pay for agents, never. Hi guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. I used to say, hi, it's V and I'm here to get you into the best drama school possible, but that's no longer possible because of something called Brexit. Oh, how the times have changed. Yes, I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to help people like myself back in the day who had no idea what they were doing. They wanted to pursue acting, but they knew that to do that fully they needed to move to a country like England who would be able to provide the training and then have the industry to support that training. And then Brexit happened. There's not really a way for me to guide people because it's no longer a viable option for so many people, because where I was able to apply for student finance, now that's no longer an option for the majority of drama schools. I was really struggling on like, do I even make videos anymore? Because what is the point if they're not going to be helping the people that I wanted to help the most? But ever since then, I have graduated. So I am out of drama school and I've been out in the industry and it's been quite an adventure. And I have stuff to say and I want to still help people actually have the conversation. If you don't go to drama school, what other avenues do you have? So yeah, that's the video for today. I'm still here to help whoever's listening. If you want to pursue this career, especially if you're an international student and you have a funky accent and you look different, I want to help you out. So yeah, let's get into it. Is drama school actually worth it? Let's break down what drama school is. Obviously, I've been to one, I've heard of a lot of them. I'm not an expert, once again. So most drama schools are divided into 3 years and therefore 3 stages, I would say. So first year, you're very green. You don't know a lot. It's all about the basics. It's all about who you are, what are you bringing to the table, your body, your voice, the movement. You really go into text work, so you look at scripts, you look at practitioners, you research practitioners who have been studying multiple methods of acting, because there's actually very different techniques from very different schools. It's a time to really explore and to really understand, and I think this is a vital step that you're missing if you don't do drama school, which is your habitual tendencies. So we all, like, if you think of a friend of yours and you think of them walking towards you or like the way that they speak to you, I'm pretty sure you can like at least pinpoint a distinctive way of how they move or how they speak. Like even myself, I speak with my hands. That's something I do. So acknowledging those things within yourself and the way you speak and the way you move are extremely important, so that then you can decide whether to do them, hide them, change them for the different characters that you want to portray. So all of that work is a lot. You really need to spend hours and hours and hours analyzing, which is why the saying of like the drama schools break you and then they build you up, that's why it's there, because everyone is just pinpointing things at you that you are doing not wrong, but sometimes it feels like you're like, oh, should I change this? But yeah, that's year 1. Year 2 is so much fun. This is why year 2, it's most people's favorite time at drama school, because now that you have the basics and you know yourself, now you get to play and you get to actually put in practice all of those different methods, those different ways of achieving things. You get to actually play with script, write your own script. In a lot of drama schools, that was one of my favorite things. And yeah, it's a time to actually play characters as well that you would never be able to play, which again is another great thing that drama schools provide you, where you can really step outside of your comfort zone and your casting range, because no one cares. It's about really exploring, and you discover a lot about yourself, and yeah, it's a great time. In third year, it's no longer about the training. And this, again, I think this is the hardest to replicate when it comes to what drama school gives you, because in third year, you are no longer in training. So the first 2 years of drama school is actually when you get trained. The third year is all about marketing you to the industry. So the drama school kind of invested in, I don't know, 15, 30 people, and you are now a product of the drama school, and now they want to make sure that they get you the best agent possible, so that you work, so that you get recognition, so that you become one of the alumni and one of the famous alumni. So in third year, you still do like a couple of workshops and like freshen up on a couple of things, but in general, all you are doing is you're either performing shows to live audiences, and hopefully agents will come and see you, and it's great to get that visibility. And you're filming stuff for like film projects, and you're getting scenes for your show reel, so you can send those to agents and casting directors again to get those connections, and hopefully that will bounce back into like a contract. This is no longer about the training, and it's about getting you like the platform and the little push. So you get an agent, you get represented, and hopefully you get work. Now that we've kind of established what drama school gives you in a very, very summarized way, you can absolutely be a successful actor without going to drama school. And I mean also people coming from abroad who are international. What I would say is like the first 2 years are fairly easy to replicate if you have commitment and if you are very, very disciplined within yourself, because most, if not all, of the teachers that I had in drama school, they also provide workshops and other courses where they literally teach the same stuff. It could be more intense, less intense, it could be cheaper, more expensive. You have to do your research. I also think like training is never done. You're never a formed, fully fledged actor. It's your craft. But that's my point. Even if it's just doing like a couple of self-tapes a week, just to get that practice. Look at scripts, pick out a scene, practice that. Workshops, movement-based, voice, accents, whatever it is, that is easier to replicate, at least for an international actor, is the third year of drama school. Because I speak personally, I would not be able to make contact with as many people. It would take me so long. Even like in third year, we were provided a list with so many agents that you could contact, and obviously the name gives you something, and it just makes people hear it a little bit more. And while I personally cannot train you with that, that's work that you have to do and research you have to do to see what you need to do in order to year one, understand your habitual tensions and understand how you are as a person and what you bring as an actor already, and then year 2 level, how can you learn about new methods, try different techniques, go see different teachers, practitioners who will be able to give you some different tools that you can try. So that you have to do yourself. But third year, that I think I can help you with. So I can't train you, but I can kind of be your agent. One of the first things that you might want, especially coming to London, is you might want to get an agent. And the good thing about it is there are a lot of agencies. A lot. Like hundreds. And they're all at very different levels. And it means absolutely nothing if you get a bigger agent, that's great. If you get a smaller agent, that's also great. Because the good thing is someone will be working beside you to get you into those casting calls and those auditions. So all you want is just someone on your team. As long as they're doing that, then it's great. Then you can get a couple of jobs and hopefully get a bigger agent, which obviously will lead to them having further contact more high up with casting directors. But don't get stuck on the idea that you're either represented by the top 5 best agencies in the UK or it's not worth it. I disagree with that. I think you can be represented by a medium tier, small even agency, boutique is what we call it, and be extremely happy because you're one of their only clients, so they're really pushing for you. You know that saying, like, sometimes it's better to be a big fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. I suck at expressions. I hope that was clear. That is one of the goals that you have, is getting an agent, and in order to do that you have to do a lot of research. So you have to go through, there's a lot of lists online that you have to go through. Always go through the client lists. I trust in numbers, power in numbers, and a lot of them don't reply at all. Don't send 20 emails and then be disappointed that no one reached back. Send 50 and see what happens there. But also, in order to send out the emails, you probably need to be on Spotlight, you probably need to have a show reel, and those are all very complicated things. I'm like, how do I abbreviate all of this into like a 10-minute video? And you probably need a show reel. If you don't have a professional show reel, that's absolutely fine. All you need is this, a little white backdrop. This is fake. You could get just a wall and a phone, a camera, whatever it is, and you just do a scene that you like.
So you can do a couple of scenes like this, a more dramatic one, a funny one, whatever you feel like best showcases what you bring to the table. You can do different accents.
You can also do without. Remember, an agent is just someone working beside you to make sure that you're being seen by the best people and you're getting the best auditions possible. So we've covered, you need a show reel to hopefully get an agent, and you want to be in at least 1 or 2 platforms where a lot of casting directors put their casting calls, their auditions. So the biggest one is Spotlight. It has a bit of a monopoly. There's a lot of controversies around it. I won't get into it. You need professional credits to be on it. So until you get those, it sucks a little. There are other platforms. There's Backstage, there is Mandy, there is Twitter/X, which I don't like Twitter, but Facebook groups as well. Always be careful. There have been occasions where I was in the process of auditioning for something and then it seemed dodgy, so I didn't do it. But just be very careful with that. But obviously, like, those smaller production companies that are just starting out fresh from school are not going to be putting paid commercials on Spotlight. They're going to be on Twitter, reaching out to family, friends, asking it to share. Instagram now, there's a lot of like pages for castings and they just publish. I can leave like a list below of just some ways where you can get and you can see casting calls, but just be very careful. I don't want anyone to get kidnapped, especially with in-person auditions. Take a friend, take a family member if you can. Always share your location. I always do that. And most of the stuff should be self-tape. Also, no nudity. That has happened to me. No nudity in self-tapes. That's just ridiculous. You should not be paying to work if you've had training. I'm just spitting out like advice. Like I'm like your big sister. I'm like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. We never pay for agents, never. But yeah, it's tough. But there are ways to do this and to have a lot of fun. I just had my first year out of drama school and I worked and I was on set a couple of times. I'm enjoying it. So this is how I am doing it, and hopefully that will kind of help you if you want to do this life. Hopefully that will help you too, and if you do want to go to drama school, then that's absolutely fine too. I don't regret my experience at all. In fact, I would recommend it if you can, but if you can't, there are other ways, and I hope this was helpful. But yeah, leave suggestions of what you want to see, and I will hopefully be back here to tell you. Thank you so much. Bye guys.